guys, today I am far from home, and here I am in the Doublemint headquarters. This is Tom from Doublemint. Thank you for having me over.
Great to have you here, buddy.
The main reason I'm here is because my printer broke, so I wasn't able to print a label for my next shipment, so I ended up just driving over here and dropping this good old box off. So let's check this thing out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, man, are you happy with my GameStop grills?
I mean, I always love seeing it. It's funny that like you see stuff like Uncharted and The Last of Us, they sell really quickly. You know,
especially probably with the next season of the show coming out. Or...
Yeah, I mean, like, well, for a while there, Remastered was doing well on regular Amazon and on Renewed. Everything's seasonal on Amazon. But yeah, I love seeing this stuff, especially that sells quickly.
Quick cash, people, moving at the speed of cash. Speed of cash. All right, all of this is squared away. Got a nice little chunk of pocket change for that, and with that little pocket change, we're gonna go hunting in the Atlanta area. So. They have graciously allowed me to steal their deals in their territory, so we'll
you find the deals and you sell them to us. That's how it's gonna go today. So
yeah, we'll make some good moves, and hopefully, I'm just hoping. I mean, if I can get Kuon for $5, I'd be really happy. We went to pick up Chris, and then we were on our way to hunt. So they got pawn shops here in Atlanta, or what?
Oh yeah, plenty of pawn shops.
We're about to hit one up. Chris's favorite pawn shop. So, Chris, why is this your favorite pawn shop?
It's not necessarily my favorite, but it is only because the owner's a super cool dude.
He has your personal number.
He has my personal number. So like, I would go in there and I'd buy video games, and this guy eventually was like, "Hey, do you like flip these things?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so essentially we've become the like go-to anytime this guy gets anything retro in.
Cool, cool. Well, I left Los Angeles to go to Atlanta to game hunt, and now I'm here at LA Pawn. So I'll see if they got anything good. That's what I'm looking for right there. Oh. Cool, cool, cool. Ended up getting a nice little bag of games and a Wii U. We will deal with splitting that later. But ain't gonna lie, we hit him with a little easy shuffle. Well, that was cool, but we were kind of messing around in there. It's time to get serious. All right, so from that lot earlier, I ended up keeping this SmackDown 2009, Left 4 Dead 2, and Bendy on PS4. Those three for 15, and then the Doublemint crew, they are keeping all of this and the Wii U, which I guess technically they paid $85 for that, so. Not bad at all. You know, it's actually kind of bizarre. We were just at the LA pawn shop, and now we're going to Marietta. It's not spelled the same, but there's a Marietta also right next to me back home. So we'll check this place out.
County line.
Whoa, that's exactly what I was looking for right there. I would get this, but you guys recently changed the buy list. You're only paying $900 on it and not $1,000 anymore, so I gotta pass. When are you guys adding this to the buy list?
Right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see the GameStop food right there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not bad.
It ended up being a pretty good pawn shop. Picked up this stack of games here. I offered 45 and then they countered with 25. So always my favorite type of negotiation. But these guys here, they got a Series X for $250, which is nice GameStop food right now. Some games with that, and then what's in the box?
Oh man, what's in the box? We got some custom consoles.
Dude, I have seen this exact
edition.
It all works out in the end.
Yep.
Can't complain about that.
Maybe.
All right, next up we got a toy shop, but the Doublemint crew, they know the owner, so might be able to strike up a deal in here.
I hope so.
We shall see. All right, owner told us to pull up to the back and we're gonna check out some stuff. All right, well, let's see what's in these boxes. Well,
okay.
Right off the rip.
All right, so.
Crazy. Yeah, that was pretty cool. There's really not many places I found like that in California, man. That guy just had games and games and games in the back, as you can see here. You guys go to Dave pretty often?
Last time I went, it was been months, but yeah, I went through his back containers and dropped like $4 grand. He's just getting stuff all the time, like, and he doesn't have room for it. He doesn't have room to put it on the shelves. So
Clear out the back stock probably once a quarter.
He's looking to move stuff, but you know, he's kind of a tough negotiator, but he's a fair negotiator.
Ended up getting all this for myself from Dave. Not a bad lot here for 140. I did not know that there was a Guitar Man on PSP. I've been looking for the PS2 game for a long time, but yeah, I guess there's a PSP version. And then also there's another loose disc of Sonic 06, one of the best games on the 360. So all that for 140, can't complain. All right, next up, we're heading to this antique mall. Not a lot of antique malls near me, so don't really know.
Do you call them flea markets or antique malls?
Well, we have I guess we don't really have flea markets either. Sometimes we call the swap meets flea markets too. They're kind of interchangeable.
Okay.
But with, like antique malls where like people have consignment booths and stuff, we don't really have them. There's like one near me and it's really crappy. It's a lot of.
You have swap meets. That's it.
Yeah, we pretty much just have swap meets around me.
The swap. I heard
Pickin' Preacher
did some people dirty.
Nothing too crazy at the antique mall, but I did find this SmackDown Shut Your Mouth complete in box for 13 plus tax, so call it 14 bucks. Not too bad at all. And now we're gonna be heading, where are we heading?
Flashback Games.
Flashback
It's
Games.
right there. So check this place out. All right, well, I'd say that was pretty decent.
I think we did good.
Ended up catching all this for, what was the total after tax?
Like 72 bucks.
72, not too bad at all. That was the first thing that caught our eye, so yeah, can't complain. All right, one of my favorite places to get games, Paymore. It's an electronics store. They're really not in a lot of places. There's only like 2 in California. They're not anywhere close to me, but there are some in the Atlanta area. So we're gonna check them out and see what they got.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, kind of stoked on that because I was able to get King Kong, Dead Space 3, Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, TMNT, Shell Shock, COD World at War, loose disc of the Saboteur, Halo Infinite, Black Ops, SpongeBob SquarePants movie, kind of a sleeper there, and Sims 2 Pets, all of that for a delectable price of $43. Can't complain about that. If you guys have Paymores near you, you should definitely check them out if you're looking for games. Well, I recognize this place, even though you can't really see behind the bush, but I'm sure I'll edit this and make it look awesome. Your guys' second in Charles is way better than the one in Louisiana. I ended up picking up Barbie, Bleach, Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition, and Angry Birds Trilogy sealed. Wow. All that for $64. Kind of paid up, but it was decent stuff. Well, what are we gonna find here? This is one of my favorite chains of pawn shops.
Games, baby.
Yeah, Destiny, Anthem.
1 or 2, probably.
3?
Both here. Even
You guys looking at the GameStop food?
Maybe.
$2, 2 grails. Can't complain about that. Well, unfortunately, nothing there, but I gotta say I'm impressed with the whole Atlanta area. Lots of opportunity out here, and it took us this long. Like we've been hunting now for like 6 hours, and finally we hit our first strikeout. Okay, put on the sunglasses so you know it's time to get serious. We made a quick little stop here at the compound, and now we're gonna part ways because I need to go to some pawn shops and they need to deal with Game Central Station is tomorrow, so these guys are definitely gonna be busy with that.
Yeah.
And I'll be seeing them tomorrow. Well, I was gonna go to this pawn shop, but they are closed early today, so that is not happening. We will keep moving on. Cool, I just barely made it there before they closed. Ended up picking up Ghost of Tsushima loose disc, Shamu of course, a loose disc of Spec Ops The Line, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man, the first one on PS4. The 3 of those, they were doing 5 for 20 at that location. After tax, $22, not bad at all. Unfortunately, there just really wasn't anything good there, or at least not for the right price. We'll keep moving on. More familiar territory. Looks like Value Pawn is a part of the Easy Pawn network, so I might actually have some points built up here. Regardless, let's see if they got anything good. I guess Chris and Tom had all the luck because it is Strikeout City on this part of town. There is a retro GameStop I can go to. I'm gonna check and see if there's anywhere else I can go to before that, but things are starting to close down now as it's approaching 7 o'clock. Yes. Well, there really wasn't anything on the way, but that's okay because we got a retro GameStop here. I'm sure they're gonna treat me very well. Honestly, that is one of the weakest retro stores I've ever been to. They weren't just low on retro inventory though. They were low on current gen stuff too. They had like almost no PS4 games, no Xbox games. That was kind of honestly a depressing store. But I ended up picking up Gauntlet Legends, Stick of Truth, Biohazard Bundle, FIFA 15, WWE 2K14, and Lego Indiana Jones. All of that I had a bunch of points, used all of them, man, with the buy two get one discount. All of that was 66 bucks, which is a pretty good deal. There's a retro game store right down the street. I'm gonna check them out, and then I might be able to head to a few GameStops after, and then I'll be off to the convention tomorrow.
Oh, well, as I get closer, this does not look like a place that would have video games, but we'll see. Yeah, this is just like a card shop. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, well, I'm about to pull into the second to last GameStop that I'm going to be able to go to tonight, and it is like in the freaking middle of nowhere too. Wouldn't it be crazy if there was someone I knew in here?
We got a bunch of maybes, a bunch of maybes.
All right, well, that really worked out. So I found out some good news. I am not trade banned in Georgia specifically because they don't scan for ID when doing a trade-in. As long as your pro account isn't banned, you can do trade-ins here. So I was able to actually trade. And Tom was nice enough to give me a bunch of trade-in fodder. So essentially everything I'm about to show you I paid 60 bucks for. Lego Indiana Jones, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Sonic Riders, NBA Jam, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, FIFA Street 2, Warhammer Inquisitor, Bioshock Infinite Complete, and of course, I had to end today with Fallout 4. All of that, 60 bucks. Not bad at all. Well, 60 bucks and I still have $12 in trade credit left over. So really can't complain about that. I'm excited for the convention tomorrow, and thank you guys for watching.